Weekly Outdoor Plus, a new and exciting outdoor show right here on Fox 55 WFXS, every Sunday from 10:30 to 11 a.m., presented by Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point, Wisconsin, starring new owner Jase Hintz. His youngest son, the show pro, Jase Hintz. And the show producer, creator, and host, his oldest son, Seth Hintz. Now sit back and get ready to learn about archery and the world of the outdoors.
Hi, this is Chef Dad. I'm back with the Weekly Outdoor Plus, and I'm trying to show you another recipe for fresh walleye. This is blackening. The blackening, once again, and that's kind of the premise behind the recipes I'm showing you. These are things that can be done in your home or outdoors on your grill or even on an open fire. Blackening literally is a process of caramelizing sugars. It doesn't have really anything to do with the spices, even though we all familiarize it with Cajun or Creole cooking and we familiarize it with something being spicy or hot. It doesn't need to be that. It really is the caramelization of butter on the outside of a protein. We're going to take some clarified butter and we're going to take our fillet of walleye and we're going to coat it with clarified butter. Clarified butter means you've melted it and taken some of the milk fat out of the butter. That white foam that you see there is skimmed off the top. Not essential you take the milk fat off. You can just use regular melted butter, that's fine. Then we're going to take that fillet and we're going to season it with what we make at Michele's is a Cajun blend of herbs. So it has some cayenne, it has some white pepper, it has dry herbs, it has garlic, it has onion, it has kosher salt. And we're going to literally coat it with the seasoning. When you make your Cajun, if you did a spice blend like this, do know that you'd want to really be careful with the salt because obviously this is a lot of spice on this fillet. Now the butter is still melted on it. That's good. You don't want it to get solid. You want to keep it warm enough so it stays melted and covering the fillet. On the stovetop here, which we're using a grill, you could use this type of grill or just a regular residential grill like this. Use a Weber, but you take your cast iron skillet and you want it to get literally white hot. High as you can make that grill go, that's the temperature you want this to be. I've also used a turkey cooker outside, a little propane cooker. That works well. I've even done it on an open fire. The skillet is ready to go. It's very, very hot. What happens with blackening, when this touches that pan, I'm going to do it skin side up. And the reason behind that you'll see in a while is because when I flip it, I want to be able to take it out of the skillet and present it like I started with, skin side down. So the skin side is going to be up when I cook it. And I'm going to start, when I put the fillet in the pan, I'm going to always start from the front of the pan to the back so the grease doesn't splatter on me. Now, we got a lot of wind here today, but trust me, if there weren't wind, there would be a billow of white smoke coming off of this grill. So we're going to let that set up. The hot heat is caramelizing the butter on the outside of the fillet. I'm going to let it sit like this for maybe a minute, maybe two. Then I'm going to take a long-handled spatula and I'm going to get under that, making sure I scrape the bottom of the pan because we want that crust to be on the fillet, that wonderful seasoning and butter. And that's the reason I want to get under it, scrape that pan so it stays on the fillet. Then I'm going to flip it over so we get a nice presentation. And then when we flip it, we'll cook that other side for about 2 or 3 minutes as well. And that's it. We don't have to finish it. It'll cook very fast because we have such a hot skillet. As you can see, our fillet is ready for flipping. I just scraped that pan. I got underneath it nicely, and I'm going to do a quick flip. I don't know if, Scotty, you're able to zoom in on this or not, but you can see that we've got a nice crust on the outside of the fish. That's the key to good blackening, right? You're going to caramelize everything, form a nice stiff crust on the outside of that protein. Steak, seafood, poultry, all of them can be blackened. And we only need a couple minutes on this side, and then we'll be plating it.
So stay tuned and see how Chef Thad spices up this blackened walleye.
It's summertime and the living's easy.
If you start all your projects here at Frank's Hardware on Highway 10 in Stevens Point.
From seeds to irrigation and endless lawn and garden tools, we have it all, so you can get your work done and enjoy it this summer. We also do screen repair, lawnmower blade and knife sharpening, and offer the supplies to put in your own well, including equipment rental. And while you're here, pick up your seed and sets in bulk so you always have the right amount.
So make us your lawn and garden headquarters this summer.
That's Frank's Hardware on Highway 10 in Stevens Point. See you soon.
Pro Wash, commercial and residential mobile power washing service will get it clean. Whether it's a house, garage, roof, patio, or deck, Pro Wash uses all hot water, putting them above the rest. They also use all biodegradable chemicals to get out any mold or rotting that's ruining your home. So take a large step towards protecting one of your biggest investments and have the cleanest house on the block. Call 715-341-7852 for an estimate today and ask for the Pro at Pro Wash. 715-341-7852.
Real Deal Mineral. Deer eat it gone.
Real Deal Mineral is the real deal. Other minerals on the market contain up to 70% salt. Real Deal has less than 7% salt and more of the minerals deer need to grow bigger horns. And bigger horns mean bigger trophies.
I tried Real Deal Mineral for the first time and I saw bucks on camera I never knew I had.
Real Deal Mineral.
Available here at Bucks and Bulls Archery, Stevens Point, or realdealmineral.com.
Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point is now under new ownership and has a new location. Stop down to 3272 Church Street and meet the new owner, Jase Hintz. His fully stocked pro shop carries Matthews, Hoyt, and many more products to serve all your needs. They also do all repairs for any style and full customizations. Leagues and lessons will begin soon, so stop in today and check out what's new, because we're confident that we can get you from in here to out there. Bucks and Bulls Archery, Stevens Point, Wisconsin. If you're looking for a vacuum that is going to perform year in and year out, look no further. SIBO is the best of the best. Pick up your SIBO today at Barbershop, 2400 Church Street, Stevens Point.
Morning, Gary.
Morning.
How are you?
Good. Well, we're out here at Blackhawk Archers, just outside of Polonia on Highway Z, a little bit east of Stevens Point, and we're at the Richard Lepak Memorial fundraiser for cancer research.
Aim for a Cure.
Aim for the Cure tournament,
Archery
second
shoot.
annual. Can you tell us a little bit about it? What you got going here?
The Aim for the Cure shoot is a fun shoot, hopefully family oriented, where we can have moms, dads, and kids all come out and enjoy the grounds that we have, the beautiful weather we have, and shoot at 24 different outdoor targets. We have a practice range that's open for people to sight in their bows and just get ready to shoot, and then they can travel out on the course. After they're done, we have plenty of food and snacks here. We also have a raffle going on. They can enter the raffle. They don't need to be present to win. Just give us your name, address, and we will send the gifts to you after you win them.
I know I'm getting some raffle tickets.
Me too. We got some pretty nice prizes this year for people to enjoy. So lots of food. Roast beef from Arby's. This always tasty. Very nice. We have Tiffany here from Marshfield Clinic, and the funds that are raised from our shoot are actually donated to the Marshfield Clinic Research Foundation. That's why we call it the Aim for Cure. Hopefully that the funds that we generate help cure cancer. So Tiffany can speak on Marshfield Clinic.
Absolutely, yeah. Marshfield Clinic is incredibly grateful to Aim for a Cure and to volunteers like Laura who can take a tragedy and something that means so much to so many and turn it into something wonderful. So we appreciate the archery club. We appreciate the sponsors that help support this, and it's a wonderful way to honor a friend and to give back. Cancer touches everybody. Loved ones, friends, everyone, and it's so great. We can't continue that fight unless we have the support of the community and of people like you guys. So thank you for that.
This is a Dick Lepak memorial shoot. He was like one of the founders of our club here, and I mean, how many years ago was that? Do you have any idea?
I believe the land for the club was purchased in 1973 or 76, and the club was built by this core group of people, which Dick was a member. They built the grounds and the building by volunteer hours from all of the members.
He was a home builder, Dick was, so he had a lot to do with this. I mean, he pretty much built the whole thing. He just had a lot of help building it.
a way to remember Dick and to keep the heritage of our club alive was to do this shoot. Dick did have a battle with cancer, and he's no longer with us, so we want to continue to remember people like Dick who contribute their lives to create places for families to enjoy and have a lot of fun and do the things they love to do, like shooting archery.
And those of you who haven't been out here yet, it's worth the trip. If you're into archery at all, there's 50-yard practice bunkers, 24 targets in the woods, a course, indoor 40-yard shoot. They got bathrooms and a little bar set up and food, and it's a nice place. In the wintertime, we shoot leagues out here pretty much every night. In the summer, you can come out and shoot any day, all day. It's great.
Even if you don't shoot archery, it's really nice to come out and talk with the people. I mean, we have families that come out and you know, like their spouses will go shoot or their kids will go shoot, but the rest of the family sticks around and sits at the bar and just chit-chats or sits outside here under the pavilion and enjoys the nice weather that we have. So anybody is welcome. Hopefully we all enjoy it as much. Gary and I enjoy it a lot, so we hope everybody else does too.
We're addicted to archery.
We are.
I'd like to thank Laura and Tiffany for doing all this for us and getting our club bigger and archery bigger and to support cancer research. And thanks a lot.
Why does your phone work so good here and mine can't even find service?
That's because I went to Sopa Cellular in Plover, Wisconsin.
Sopa Cellular is conveniently located in the village, right next to Menards. Stop in and check out why they have the most affordable unlimited text and data smartphone plans. They offer LG, Samsung, HTC, Motorola, and many other top quality Android market devices. Sopa Cellular has all your accessories for any style of phone, with hundreds to choose from, so they are sure to have the deal you're looking for. Make Sopa Cellular your Element Mobile headquarters and stop down to 1813 Park Avenue in Plover today. ProWash commercial and residential mobile power washing service will get it clean. Whether it's a house, garage, roof, patio, or deck, ProWash uses all hot water, putting them above the rest. They also use all biodegradable chemicals to get out any mold or rotting that's ruining your home. So take a large step towards protecting one of your biggest investments and have the cleanest house on the block. Call 715-341-7852 for an estimate today and ask for the Pro at ProWash. 715-341-7852. Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point is now under new ownership and has a new location. Stop down to 3272 Church Street and meet the new owner, Jase Hintz. His fully stocked pro shop carries Matthews, Hoyt, and many more products to serve all your needs. They also do all repairs for any style and full customizations. Leagues and lessons will begin soon, so stop in today and check out what's new, because we're confident that we can get you from in here to out there. Bucks and Bulls Archery, Stevens Point, Wisconsin. If you're looking for a vacuum that is going to perform year in and year out, look no further. SIBO is the best of the best. Pick up your SIBO today at Barbershop, 2400 Church Street, Stevens Point.
Real Deal Mineral. Deer eat it gone.
Real Deal Mineral is the real deal. Other minerals on the market contain up to 70% salt. Real Deal has less than 7% salt and more of the minerals deer need to grow bigger horns. And bigger horns mean bigger trophies.
I tried Real Deal Mineral for the first time, and I had over 1,000 pictures on my trail cameras in less than a week.
Real Deal Mineral.
Available here at Bucks and Bulls Archery, Stevens Point, or realdealmineral.com.
Welcome to this week's lesson segment on Weekly Outdoor Plus, brought to you by Barbershop, 2400 Church Street, Stevens Point, where they have the most wide variety of vacuums, sewing machines, and parts you could need, and great service to go along with it. So get your notebooks and pencils out, because it's time for your lesson segment with myself, Jase Hintz, and Weekly Outdoor Plus.
Hey guys, Jase Hintz here. This week I'm going to be talking to you guys about the importance of your level on your sight and how to level it, and just how you can use it in your benefit. It's not there, you know, just as a nice little showpiece. It actually does have a great value in how to shoot accurately with your bow. So first off, I'm going to show you how to level it. It's basically going to consist of hanging your bow from anything. I mean, you just need a string, tie it off so that it's not going to be super tight where it is going to influence how your bow's hanging. But I mean, I recommend getting about 1 foot to 1.5 foot long a string, hanging it from any, you know, a nail in your garage, anything that'll let it free hang. And then when you have it free hanging, you can see if your level is going to be level when you're looking at the tilt of your bow. And the tilt of your bow is really important You know, that's so that when you're holding your bow at full draw, you're not tilting your hand left or right or anything. You can make sure your level is vertical. And if it's right in between the two lines, if it is, that's a very good thing. That's one thing that'll definitely cut out your left to right shooting. By hanging it like that, it's just obviously cutting out any torque, and it's just natural gravity going to be able to level it. Most of the sights that you'll be buying, especially the high-end ones, will have an easy adjustable. Basically, it's going to be 2 Allen wrench screws that you can loosen up, tilt your sight up and down just to make it so it's perfectly level. Getting that done alone is going to help you out. The way that your level helps you out is when you're in your tree stand especially, or standing outside where you're not on concrete or pavement, something that is flat. This is going to make it so when you're at full draw, you might feel like you're standing straight up and down. You might feel like you don't have any hand torque, but just by looking at that level and glancing at it, the farther out you get especially, it's going to make a lot bigger difference. An example is when I was shooting for college in Texas, we had about I would say 5 to 6 mile an hour side wind coming at us, and all I would actually do is I'd watch my level, I'd start with it perfectly level, aim right on, and take a shot. And most of the time I'd be about 6 to 12 inches to the left, and that's because the wind was blowing from our right side. All you got to do is cant your bow to that first line and aim right on again and see where you hit, and 90% of the time you'll be hitting right in the middle. This was shooting at 70 meters, which is 78.5 yards, which is a little farther than obviously most shooters, but still doing that at 20 yards, you're talking, you know, an inch, which is, you know, hitting the shoulder blade or, you know, puncturing both lungs. That's a big difference. So again, this week all I'm going to be basically emphasizing and telling you to do is, if you have a level on your sight, utilize it, use it for what you can. There's a lot of other ways. There's 3 axes of your level that you can do. I highly recommend just starting out with that one to start, and then you can also make sure that when you're at full draw, your sight's not tilted. That's a really big one as well. There's a lot of different ways to check that out. We can help you out in the shop. We got a lot of different tools that'll make it so it has no hand torque. Different things to draw your bow back for you, so you can make sure that it's exactly perfect. Again, swing on in, we can help you out with all that stuff. This next week I'm going to be talking to you guys about walk back tuning, and by getting your levels set ahead of time, it's going to make your walk back tuning a lot easier. Even if you just have a simple, you know, 4 or 5 pin setup like most hunters do, make sure it's level, because otherwise this next week walk back tuning won't help you out very well, because you're going to be shooting left and right the farther you go. So little things like that are really going to help you out. Stay tuned. Next week I'll be talking to you guys about walk back tuning. It's honestly probably the biggest thing that you can do to make your patterns tighten the farther you go, and it's very important when you have your multi-pins stacked on top of each other, because they're always going to be in a line. You can't move them in and out individually, so having it tuned like this is going to help you out big time as you shoot from 20 to 30 to 40 to 50, so on and so forth. So have a good week. I'll see you guys next week. Level that bow out. If you have any questions, give us a call at Bucks and Bulls or stop on in, and they'd be more than happy to help you.
Alright, now it's time for one of our more exciting segments here on Weekly Outdoor Plus. It's where we get to keep our fans connected with the show. Don't forget, you can send in your pictures to weeklyoutdoorplus@live.com or link them up to us on Facebook to get in this segment of our show each week, as Sopa Cellular makes it extremely easy for you to capture these photos and then send and share them around effortlessly. Our first picture this week is of the Herndon family. Kelly, Bodie, Marin, and Jesse out shooting at Blackhawk Archers at the Aim for the Cure tournament, where all of our pictures are coming from in this week's Sopa Cellular segment. Here's one of Bodie shooting off the platform. And this one is of Garrett and Seth getting ready to go out and shoot their round. And here's Casey Roth practicing on the practice range, and her brother Bodie keeping a close eye. And this one is of Colbin helping Shade shoot bow for the first time. Here's one of Marin showing off her great form. And this one is of Laura, working really hard to put this whole weekend together. And last but not least, for those of you who haven't been out there, this is the Blackhawks facility. So stop on down to Sopa Cellular today and check out all their great deals, and stay tuned for more weekly Outdoor Plus action. Tired of buying a new vacuum every 3 to 4 years? Well, we found your solution at Barber Shop, your vacuum cleaner and sewing machine headquarters.
When I decided to invest in a vacuum, I went to Barber Shop.
And while you're here, take advantage of their scissor and knife sharpening services. With the knowledge to help you find that vacuum or sewing machine you're looking for, why go anywhere but 2400 Church Street in Stevens Point to Barber Shop? You need parts? We have as complete of a supply of vacuum and sewing machine parts as you could find. So before you invest in a vacuum, see us, because we sell the best and fix the rest. Barber Shop, 2400 Church Street, Stevens Point.
Why does your phone work so good here and mine can't even find service?
That's because I went to Sopa Cellular in Plover, Wisconsin.
Sopa Cellular is conveniently located in the village, right next to Menards. Stop in and check out why they have the most affordable unlimited text and data smartphone plans. They offer LG, Samsung, HTC, Motorola, and many other top quality Android market devices. Sopa Cellular has all your accessories for any style of phone, with hundreds to choose from, so they are sure to have the deal you're looking for. Make Sopa Cellular your Element Mobile headquarters and stop down to 1813 Park Avenue in Plover today.
Before experiencing it, you won't know dependability. Unless you've drawn it, you haven't felt smooth. Until you shoot it, you've yet to be this accurate. The Matthews Creed.
Available at Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
Hi, welcome to Frank's Hardware in Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
Proud to be family owned and operated since the 1940s.
Conveniently located on Highway 10, Frank's Hardware has all your general hardware needs, and we specialize in a wide variety of products, meaning all of your paint, lawn and garden, plumbing, electrical, and many more of those household needs.
Not only do we have a new one,
but we can show you how to fix what you already have. Did you know Frank's Hardware also offers a wide variety of services?
So stop on down to Frank's Hardware today. We don't just have great products,
but we have great service.
And now, back to our blackened walleye recipe with Chef Thad.
Okay, with the blackened walleye today, I'm going to be serving it with just because it's the time of year, we have corn is in season right now. I have some fresh sweet corn. I'm going to show everyone a little trick for prepping sweet corn that doesn't oblige you to all that cleaning and the silking. I'm going to take this cob of corn, excuse me, I'm going to wrap it in some paper towel like this. I'm going to take the paper towel and I'm going to wet it with some just tap water. It can be cool water, that's fine. Just enough to, while I'm wetting it, I'll spin the paper towel so I'm like creating a wrap on it. So I have a wrapped cob of corn. I'm going to take this that's wet, damp with water, take it in a conventional microwave, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cook it for 1 to 2 minutes. So time entry, we'll go 130 and start. So cob of corn wrapped in paper towel, dampened with water, not cleaned at all. We're going to let it sit in the microwave. Pull this out of the microwave. It was steamed literally in a wet paper towel. I'm going to grab a towel for me to not, because it gets a little hot. I'm going to use it for my plant hand here. Drive the knife all the way through. I'm going to take this towel and I'm going to squeeze. And look at that. We have an ear of corn that doesn't have any silk on it and it's fully cooked. Bon appetit. The seasoning we're going to use for our corn on the cob today, we're going to take that corn that we pre-steamed in the microwave and we're going to finish it on the grill. We're going to crisp up the outside with some really neat, I would assess them to be Mexican spices and a Mexican flavor to it. We're going to take fresh lime juice. We have our ear of corn here, 2 cobs. We're going to squeeze fresh lime juice on the cobs. I'll use 2 chunks, 1 per cob. Then I have some kosher salt. And then we're going to use, it's a medley of Himalayan sea salt and Aleppo pepper. You could, however, use straight Aleppo pepper or straight cayenne pepper. Cayenne is probably some more practical for you and something you can find in the stores more readily. The last ingredient I will add to that is butter. Melted butter, I'm going to take these cobs of corn that I've rolled in the salt, the cayenne or Aleppo pepper, dried, and lime juice, and I'm going to finish these on the grill. Lime juice, Aleppo pepper, kosher salt, and I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it right on the hot grill. We'll watch it for a little bit. It's probably going to take 2 or 3 minutes. All we're trying to do is to crust on the seasonings, caramelize some of the butters so that we have a nice presentation and a nice bite to it. Oftentimes with chefing, I'm a firm believer that we should use sweet to contrast heat. I'm a harvester of animals and plants in nature, and one of the things I harvest is an elderberry, and I make juices and sauces out of it.
Chef, what is elderberry?
An elderberry grows in the state of Wisconsin. It's a plant you find typically in wet areas, and it produces a little berry, and there's lots of them on the ends of stems, and for years people have used that berry to make wines and juices, and sometimes it's right in your backyard. So in the fall of the year, I'll wait till they ripen and I'll pick them before the birds get them, or the bugs, and what we'll do with those elderberries is we'll put the whole branch inside our freezer, and then once they sit up in the freezer, we'll take it and we'll shake the branch, and all those little bitty berries are the size of a pea will fall off into a bowl, and then we do all of our other cooking methods. So it's a berry we find in the state of Wisconsin, maybe right in your backyard. So I'm taking that elderberry jelly in this case, and I'm warming it up on the stovetop. I'm going to back it off with a little bit of white wine. And use a French whip to work it into the white wine. This jelly, when we prepped it, we used pectin, so the pectin is what makes it hold together. Now we're trying to do just the opposite. We're going to bring it up to a high enough heat where we can dissolve the pectin again and get it to go into a sauce. Once I get it into a liquid, I'm going to add a little bit of arrowroot to thicken it with, and that'll be poured over the blackened walleye fillet. Plate up our blackened walleye with elderberry drizzle. I have our fillet that's been blackened. I'm going to take that off of the plate that we held it on. A little bit of greens to make the plate colorful. I'm going to take our cob of corn, which we've crusted on the grill. And then last but not least, I'm going to take our elderberry drizzle, which we had just made. I'll put a little bit of elderberry drizzle right over the fillet. If we wanted to garnish, I think you remember I used lime. I always garnish with something ingredient that I used in the cooking of the dish. And there you have it, blackened walleye with elderberry drizzle and grilled sweet corn. Bon appetit.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Weekly Outdoor Plus presented by Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Don't forget to check us out online at facebook.com/weeklyoutdoorplus. See you next week.